Right on time. Good evening and welcome to the theater. Arbor Creek Theatre, to be exact. Normally, we like to perform for you with an audience, any live show, which is so great, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we're having to change how we do things. Tonight, we're going to come to you with an entirely virtual performance. The students performed on stage, unmasked, but they were not within 20 feet of anybody and everything was socially distanced and safe. The students also created all the sound effects for our radio play, and they put them together and we used them in our editing process. So everything you are seeing today is completely student-led and completely socially distanced and completely virtual. You see, theater is the art of telling stories, and we intend to do that for you tonight. And now a word from our director, Magallanes.
Theater is built upon collaboration, ingenuity, and of course, imagination. We rely primarily on interaction when we do live theatrical performances. However, due to current circumstances, we had to reinvent how we tell stories. As a result, the performance that you're going to view tonight relies mainly on sense of sound. So we invite you, our audience, to relax, step into our worlds of fairy tale and make-believe, and enjoy The Brave Little Tailor, a radio play.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Arbor Creek's Radio Theater. Today we bring you a story to tickle your funny bone, The Grimm's Brothers, The Brave Little Tailor. Now sit back and enjoy our story.
Once upon a time, a little tailor was sitting at his workbench sewing when he heard a woman's voice in the street below. "Jams for sale! Jams for sale! Jams for sale! Up here, my good woman! I'll buy your jam. Take the stairs and come on up."
The jam seller was excited to sell the jam, so she took the stairs leading to the tailor's shop.
Phew, that was a long way up those stairs. I have many kinds of jams to sell. They smell wonderful. I want all of them.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I'll buy 3 spoonsful of jam.
The jam seller was confused and disappointed, but sold the tailor the 3 spoonsful all the same.
I'll eat it as soon as I finish this shirt.
The scent of jam wafted out the tailor's window and attracted 7 flies who were bothering each other down by the river.
What is that scent?
It smells like jam.
We're hungry too.
The other flies agreed and flew into the tailor's window. Get out of here!
The tailor raised his fist and punched at the flies, who fell to the ground fainting.
Ha! Look what I did. I hit all 7 at once. That's amazing!
The tailor was so proud of himself, he made himself a belt and sewed on these words:
7 with 1 blow.
The tailor put on his new belt and headed out into the world. But before he left, he grabbed an old piece of cheese.
I'll take along this cheese in case I get hungry.
A little bird had been watching the tailor from the window.
Hello, little bird. Why don't you come along with me too?
The bird agreed, and the tailor put her into his satchel for safekeeping. As the tailor left his house, he crossed the path of some villagers.
Hey Tailor, where are you going?
I don't know yet. I'm just taking a walk in my new belt.
You better be careful on your walk. We heard there's a terrible looking giant lurking outside the village.
Yes, I want to go out there if I were you.
I'll be fine. Besides, I have my new belt. Outside of town, the tailor came across a terrible-looking giant who was practicing counting to 10.
1, 2, 8. No. 1, 2, 27. Oh, I'll never get it right. 1, 2, 3.
Hello there, fellow. I'm going to seek my fortune in the wide world. Would you care to join me?
Don't be silly, you little crumb. Don't bother me. I'm counting. 1, 2, 15.
Look at my belt if you want to see what kind of man I am.
You killed 7 men? Ha! I don't believe you. Can you do this?
The giant picked up a rock and squeezed it until water came out.
I bet you can't do that.
The tailor takes a block of cheese from his satchel and squeezes away from it.
Not bad, but I noticed it fell back down to earth. Look what I can do. I can do something better than that.
The tailor takes the bird from his satchel and releases it into the sky.
Well, if you're so strong, help me carry this tree.
Certainly. You take the trunk and I'll carry the fat end with the branches.
Oh?
The branches end is no doubt much heavier. Let's go.
Will the giant pick up the trunk or smash the tailor with his giant fist? We'll know in a minute. But first, a word from today's sponsor, Giggling Ginseng.
Tired of the same old creamer, coffee need a lift, or tea too tangy? Then try Happy Dairy's new creamer, Giggling Ginseng. That's right, Giggling Ginseng. It's made with all natural 100% ginseng. Giggling Ginseng will give you that get up and go giggling feeling every time you have a cup. Just stir a dollop of Giggling Ginseng into your first cup of coffee and feel the difference. Happy Dairy's new creamer, Giggling Ginseng, in the dairy aisle. From your favorite dairy, Happy Dairy, where the cows are happy to hang out. And back to today's story of the brave little tailor.
We're back. Our story continues with the giant and the tailor showing off for each other.
The giant wasn't as smart as the tailor. With his back turned, the giant couldn't see the tailor riding in the branches of the tree.
I'm tired. I must put this down for a minute.
I guess you're not as strong as I thought.
This is hard. Counting was much easier. 1, 2, 49.
Giant! Hey, remember what we're doing here?
Next, the tailor takes a bird from his satchel and releases it into the sky.
They walked until they came to a cherry tree covered with fruit. The best cherries were at the top, so the giant bent the cherry tree over for the tailor to pick some. As the tree straightened up, the tailor was flung off onto the ground.
Ha! You can't even hold down a little branch.
Of course I can. I jumped over the tree on purpose. See if you can.
The giant tried to jump over the tree, but got tangled up in it instead.
Just then, the king and queen of the tailor's kingdom rode by with their attendants.
Your Majesty, there's the giant.
Let me go! I need to get out of this tree!
What's going on here?
Why, nothing much, Your Highness. I just captured this giant.
Ah!
This is a brave man, husband. The giant has been such a nuisance to the kingdom. Dear, this man should be rewarded. Give him something.
Certainly, my dear. What's your name, sir?
Oh, I'm no one, Your Majesty. I'm just a tailor.
You mean a brave tailor?
The queen leaned over the side of the carriage and handed a heavy bag of coins to the tailor.
For your bravery.
Oh, it was nothing, really.
Here, take this money.
The tailor could hardly be rude and not take the bag of coins from the queen, so he graciously accepted them.
Okay, thanks.
My queen, we must leave. We're late to the Duke's party.
Oh yes, the party. Farewell.
Farewell and thank you. Well, come on, giant. I have captured you and you must obey me.
Soon, everyone in the land heard about the brave little tailor who captured the giant.
Did you hear about the tailor? He caught the giant.
A village man and woman saw the potential in the brave little tailor and thought he made a wonderful husband for their daughter Gerda.
Look, there's the brave little tailor.
Hello, everyone. I'm back.
This is our daughter Gerda. She's a weaver and very clever too. Hello.
So the brave little tailor found fame and fortune and lived happily ever after, and no one had to deal with the giant ever again.
You've been listening to today's show from Arbor Creek's Radio Theater. Join us for another show next time.
Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Magallanes and I'm the theater teacher and director at Arbor Creek Elementary School. This has been a year full of uncertainty, but we are so happy that our fine arts team and enrichment students were able to come together to create this production. We would not have been able to make this happen without the help of so many people. We would like to thank our principal, Shannon Gaunt, our assistant principal, Cindy Smotherman, our secretary, Brittany Shaver, HEB's Director of Fine Arts, Mark Chandler, and of course, the parents, students, and staff members of Arbor Creek Elementary School. Thank you all so much for your support throughout this production. We are already looking forward to our next one. Keep doing what you love in these unpredictable times, keep creating, and remember to take flight.